w roku. Minus 25%. Groundgame.com.
Paula Klimek for InTheCage.pl, straight from Łódź, where we have the ACA 114 event here, and I have with me Daniel James, who's just won with Michał Martinek, the Octagon champion, and the result is, of course, fortunate for you. Congratulations. How do you feel right now?
I feel good. It was a good comeback. First round I had started off a little slow, so I feel better after the second round. So I feel really, really great.
Right. So after the all outcome and so on, you can now reveal the game plan that you have for the fight.
Well, I came out. I wanted to actually put my weight up on him,
right?
And I knew he never fought a big guy like me, so I wanted to put my weight up on him. But he was kind of difficult to figure out. He jumps around a lot, so I kind of just moved around a little bit, and then when he threw it was a little tricky. He threw some little tricky shots, because I understand he got under my reach, and when I hit the ground, I caught conscious, and I kind of slipped backwards and went in full guard. So I knew going into the second round that I was going to get the fight when I applied the pressure, because I saw with the little kicks that I was throwing, he couldn't really take those. So I just put the pressure up on him and then just took him down to the ground and just ground and pound to get it over with.
Actually, he's really well known for his very long left jabs, which could affect you somehow. And there was a moment that you feel like stabbed a little bit. Do you remember that moment? It was the second round, I believe.
Well,
the very end of the round that you felt dizzy, and it was pretty like a knockdown.
Yeah, well, it just caught me slipping. I was so busy trying to figure him out, and he caught me he just caught me off guard. You know, it wasn't too much of any power. It just was, you just get something you get caught from behind. Not taking anything from the guy. I like the guy a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's going to be great. He's a good fighter, and just to get the understanding of the heavyweight division of how he needs to just settle down a little bit more. We move forward a lot, and especially when you're 265 pounds, you're just moving forward like that. So he's kind of new to the sport. I looked at his record and looked at his space in between fights, and I think this is a fight that he needed to be tested. So I think moving forward, he's going to do a great job.
Right. So you see him in the next fights here in ACA. Have you any opponent for him? Like, if you have in your mind now, what kind of pressure can he just apply for the opponent, and what kind of strength he has? Do you have any opponent matching for him in the mind?
I think if he's a wrestler, he needs to use his wrestling. Right. When I watch his videos, he kind of remind me of some of the things that I always do, like wrap up with people and I execute a lot of throws. I do a lot of judo, and I know that he liked to do throws too, but so that's why I wasn't really worried about tying up with him, because I'm so used to the same type of throws. But if you're a wrestler, I think he needs to execute more, set up his strikes with his takedowns, and he'll be a lot more effective. It'll make him look like a dynamic striker.
Okay. So I cannot not ask about the situation after the fight, that you went really like crazy and wild in front of the cameras. What was this hype and those all those screaming about?
Oh well, it wasn't any disrespect. It was just everybody. The fight was ordered in Chicago, and we literally probably broke a record in Chicago with the ACA fight. I was just telling everybody that I'm back. It's been a year. Quarantine is over with. Everybody excited to get back to work, and I would say I had said I got caught slipping in the first round. I said you didn't lose hope. I came back and I won the fight, and that's the way warriors work. That's it.
So dealing with all the situation that we have, that we are struggling all together, like worldwide, the quarantine and so on. How did it affect all those training camp and the situation as a fighter, as a professional athlete for you?
It affected the world, and I just feel sorry for a lot of us in the world today, because me and you, fighters, athletes, we look forward to doing what we do, and for the world to shut down because of COVID, it's just crazy. But we just got to continue to be safe, and like me coming over here to Europe, my response to people in America, they ask me how was it in Europe. I say, actually in Poland, it's the best I ever been. Like, this is the I have seen it's so clean, and the people are like literally wearing a mask, and everybody is like literally following protocol. And you know, it's no disrespect to home, it's just that, but in America, it's a lot of people don't want to do what they need to do to fix what they need, you know. But over here in Europe, it was just a great example and a shock to see the grocery stores, the you know, the taxi drivers, everybody being following protocol and worrying about their safety, and I really appreciate that. And I felt really calm and cool up here in Europe, in Poland, while I was fighting. I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel anything with COVID. I didn't feel like I have to just hiding behind closed doors. I was comfortable being around people and everything. So
my last question would be like, what's your impression of Poland and Europe so far? But I do believe that you've answered. Somehow maybe you would like to add something about your impression so far?
Well, to be honest, I love Poland. Like, Poland is amazing. Like, I've been telling people about Poland for all week. I'm like, dude, like, just the city. You know, I was in Warsaw last year, and I just saw like the monuments and the history. You know, and Poland people is a lot like Chicago people when it's wintertime. They don't say too much, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a thing. It's just like, you know, it's like, you know, not showing too much in affection. We're just trying to get where we going. But I love it. It's just different. I love learning the culture. I love just understanding different people and letting people kind of figure me out too. So, yeah.
So I do really recommend you to check out and do the research about Polish history, because it's like a very, very intriguing and interesting. It's a lot to learn actually. So I do recommend it. So thank you so much one more time, and I hope to see you soon. And I say maybe in Europe one more time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So.